I fucking I feel like I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I'm like, I've never been so devalued and done so much for someone who can't do anything for me and even give me respect, which I so deserve. I'm in fucking Penticton and I'm helping my mom renovate her house. And it's bad. It's really bad, and I'm doing a lot of work now. Because of just the way that things go, I can't even fucking stay with her because of just the way that she treats me and the way that she tries to control me. So I'm staying in a homeless shelter and I'm buying my own groceries and shit because I need to eat, and she doesn't need to eat as much as I do, and we're staying at her friend's house, and the food's just not there. So I go and I stay in the homeless shelter last night, and before she came to pick me up, I had a bag packed and ready of my work clothes. And then while I walked to Value Village so she could pick me up there, I picked up fucking building materials that I thought would be helpful, which I know will be helpful on the renovation, and I carried them with me to Value Village, and I waited there and I asked for just a couple things, that bag of clothes and some food, which is the food that I bought, which was chicken strips and Lucky Charms. And she brought the chicken strips, but she forgot the Lucky Charms. And it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it is, because I'm doing so much for her. And I am getting nothing in return. Nothing. I can't even get her to bring me my own food so that I can eat and have fuel to help with this renovation. And then it's like, oh, she comes out and says, oh, well, there's peanut butter and jam that belonged to this old guy who lived in this house, and I don't want to eat his old peanut butter and jam. Who knows if he's been sticking his finger in there and fucking licking it and shit. I just wanted my fucking cereal. Simple things so that I could eat breakfast and then help on this last day of renovation, and then I could make some chicken strips for lunch, and then I could eat and we could get through this last day together, and I'll go and sleep in the homeless shelter again tonight before we drive back to the mainland tomorrow. But it's like, how can I justify or continue to put in so much time and effort and thought and care into someone who just fucking treats me like I'm not needed? And even when I express this in a way that I'm saying like you're giving me no value, and it's hurting me and it's making me not want to help, you fucking roll your eyes and blow me off like I'm just acting like some fucking overdramatic drug addict. And I'm like, I've spoken in the only way that I know how to, and these are new tools that I never knew how to use before, which is communication. And it should work. It should work to someone who cares about me. And even if you don't fucking care about me, and you should care that I'm here fucking helping you, and I am doing things that you can't do, the guy that you've got here working here can't do. And yet, when I tell you these things and how I don't even want to help anymore, and I barely even staying here, you say, oh, well, I don't need you. Well, fucking, you know what? That's the way you've made me feel my entire fucking life. And not feeling needed by anybody in your family or in life is where people just take their lives, because, well, who needs me? Why would I live if nobody fucking wants me to live or needs me to live? So, like, I'm obviously not there because I'm not that type of person. I'm never going to do that to my son, which is the one person who does love me unconditionally. And I'd never want to cause him that pain and not be able to have him understand what's led me to this point. But Jesus Christ, I'm beyond, like, I'm just depressed, and I can't even I can't even like get past it and have any desire to want to help or assist someone who is gonna be so fucking just treat me like I'm worthless and give me no value, tell me I'm not valued and I'm not needed when I clearly am, and I've proven that over the days, and then like it is fucking killing me. I'm literally going crazy, and I'm a happy person. I have videos that I've been saying over the last couple of days that I am happy, and I've been happily trying to debate this whole addiction and whether or not I can function on a proper dose of fentanyl and my Suboxone and actually be productive and a fucking asset to anybody who knows me. But even the fact that I struggle to carry a bunch of fucking wood down the road from the homeless shelter to Value Village because I know that my mom's gonna need it on this renovation, and she can't even grab me my fucking cereal from the cupboard. It breaks my heart. I am broken. I have no desire to fucking help. And now, and always this happens. And I end up in a position where I overuse and I over-medicate. And a lot of times when that happens, I become a fucking drug addict that has, just is an idiot, right? And then it proves a point that she's trying to make, that the drugs are bad, and it's like, well, you pushed me to this point where I fucking hurt so bad that I need to over medicate because I can't communicate to you how I feel and be acknowledged, and then you just make me feel worthless so much that I have to over medicate, otherwise I can't stop the fucking voices and the pain in my head. And if it's physical pain or medication, and that's the only way that I can make it stop. So I am gonna medicate myself right now, and I'm not gonna over medicate because I'm not, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like that feeling. I don't like to be like that. But I'm also not gonna fucking medicate to the point where I have ambition or desire to help. I am not gonna do a fucking thing today. I will maybe staple on the tarp so the roof doesn't leak. But I spent the whole day yesterday cutting out moldy fucking drywall and insulation and disgusting, gross, wet, sopping roof and stuff. And then I had to leave and go and stay in a homeless shelter because I am treated like I'm such a bad person, or like fucking I respect the person that I'm staying at, so I won't use in their house. But so leaving at 9 o'clock at night to go across the road to the park to use and coming back in is too much of a fucking burden and hassle for me to be there, and I'm causing so much problems, and I don't stay where I don't feel like I'm welcome, and I feel like I'm a burden on people, and nobody's trying to tell me that I'm not those things, even though I'm not. I'm helpful. So I go and I stay in a homeless shelter where I'm welcomed and accepted and understood and heard and fucking acknowledged and made to feel like I exist and I matter. And then she wonders why I associate with these people. Well, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't matter to anybody and I wouldn't fucking have any reason to live. Because currently I haven't been able to reestablish a relationship with my son's mother, which would get me a relationship with my son, and that's her call to make, and I have to respect it. But she needs to know these things and needs to know that I need to self-medicate with fentanyl because it's the only time I've ever felt happy or productive in life, and she knows the life that we had together. It was a perfect life for anybody, but I wasn't happy and I didn't know why, and I didn't know how to communicate it, and I learned how to do those things while I was on fentanyl. So it has been the fucking best thing that's happened to me in a long time is the use of fentanyl, which is crazy to even say out loud and try and tell anybody, because they just think that I'm a crazy drug addict. But I am, and I keep proving them right, because I successfully self-medicate to the point where I'm getting praised and admiration for all of the help, and I help rebuild your house, the previous one, and I go away and I get a card put in my backpack that had a sentimental, "Oh, I love you and thank you so much and you're the greatest, and you can stay here as long as you want," and that's something that's not a card I've never received anything close to that before from my mom. And then when I left, I told her that I was on drugs, and the reason why I was leaving is because I had a friend tell me that they could help me get off while using DMT. And then ever since I returned, I've been fucking garbage, and I've been so tried to control and micromanaged, and that it's driven me fucking crazy. And then when my drug use is exposed, I am fucking thrown out and given no respect or care or fucking help in any way, shape, or form, because I am on drugs, even though that same person on drugs received the card that I got and all the admiration and the love, or I'm just gonna say the love because I don't need to hurt anybody. But like that's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit that I can only get help when it serves you and serves your narrative. And the proof is in the fucking pudding, because the same thing happened with my Nana's house. I was renovating that and I was dragging my feet at the end, and she said, "Oh, you're not slowing down because you think that when you're done I'm gonna kick you out." Well, what do you think happened as soon as I was done? I got kicked out, back homeless on the streets. And I could actually be happy because I wasn't being so micromanaged and told everything that I said and thought and did was wrong. And then fucking 3 weeks before we came here, I fucking tried to get some drugs, and it was the wrong stuff, and it had a very negative effect on me, and I wasn't in control, and I know that, and it was really, really bad. And she fucking threw me out on the streets until I lost everything again. But then it got close to this time where she needed me to come up to Penticton and help renovate. And then guess what? She found me on drugs again. But she didn't kick me out. She fucking kept me close and just tried to control everything and take everything from me so that she could just keep me just at arm's reach, just so I could come and help her with this renovation, right? So it's like she loves me and needs me when it's convenient for her and it fits her narrative. But if it's not serving her, self-serving, then it's not acceptable. Even though it's none of her business, and it doesn't affect her in any way until she lets it. Knowledge, like ignorance is bliss in this situation, because like I said, living there, I'm not allowed out past 8 o'clock at night because it's too dangerous, is what I'm told. But then she'll just as quickly kick me out and have me live on the fucking streets, and that's not dangerous? Like, the fucking hypocrisy is just, it's so aggravating. And I've spent like all of this time with self-reflection and quiet contemplation and thought and empathy on how to express this to her and any other sane person, or even person that just is a human being, and maybe even someone that's not necessarily my mom. I can explain this to, and they can tell me that I matter and that I'm worth a fucking my weight in gold, and I am an amazing person because I am at my core, and that'll be enough. But I don't think I'll ever get it from the one person who's supposed to love me unconditionally, even though I fucking do so much for her. So, and the thing that she hates is that I don't go to sleep when she goes to sleep. or I don't want to sit there and watch the shows that she wants to watch. And like, when I'm properly medicated, I am happy, and I don't need to watch TV. I like TV. TV's a good thing, but when that is your main thing that you do, and you have all these streaming services, and you've seen everything, that you're watching shit that you don't even really want to watch, like, that's a bad addiction, and that's turning your brain off to the wrong things. I can go to sleep at night if I don't have all this pent up emotion and things that I need to express and get out. I go lay down and I go to sleep because I am happy and I'm content. And otherwise, I can't sleep and I can't do this. And it's not because I'm on drugs or I'm fucking whatever else. It's because I can't turn my brain off. And I can't express these things, and I can't get it off my chest because I can't find the person that should be listening won't listen, and I don't have the right people to talk to express it and to get it out. So it pents up, and I'll do the same thing. I'll get addicted and I'll watch TV till all hours of the night just so that I don't have to sit in my thoughts and it's like I hate myself for not being able to express how I feel, and then I find a way to express it, and it gets fucking demolished. And it's not like I'm being fucking a crazy person or unjustified or even unreasonable or anything like that. And I'm never trying to get anybody to admit that they're wrong. That's not the goal of a debate. It's just to acknowledge me and maybe consider that I am not wrong. Consider that I am different than you, and consider that I can be the amazing fucking person that I am while I am on a balanced dose of my medication, which balances out my brain and my emotions and makes it so that I can either communicate these things or compartmentalize them and move forward and fight the battles I can fight, and work around the ones that won't budge. But I am an adult, and I can't be told what to do all the time, and when to do it, and how to do it, and why to do it. And then when I ask or try to debate the legitimacy of it or the reasoning, it's like the thing that people go to mostly, my mom, is that I'm an addict and I don't remember what I'm doing all the time, or just things that are like so ludicrous and so lazy. They're just fucking lazy. There's no effort put into thought or consideration or anything like that. And the amount of thought and consideration and empathy that I put into everything that I say in all of these situations is fucking monumental in comparison, because I care and I want to get my point across without hurting somebody and get them to understand. But when all they do is just shut you down, and then have conversations where I'm doing something that I was told was very, very important, and I spent too much time trying to fix this mistake, and then you know what she said to me was, "You can't just take everything I say literally." Well, that's the fucking point of literacy. Like, if you're mad and you want to express that without me taking it to heart, then just fucking make noises like a baboon or something, you know what I mean? Don't say hurtful things, because I'm gonna remember that. That shit goes into my core. That makes me who I am. And that makes me the personality that I am and the person that I am, because I dictate the way that I treat people and shit by the shitty ways that other people have treated me and have hurt me. And I know that I don't want to cause that pain to anybody else. So I don't say those things or act those ways or do those, like, be that person. So it's almost like learning from your mistakes, but it's learning from the shit ways that other people treat me, not the shitty things that I do. I learn from those as well, but I learn from the shit ways that I'm treated unjustly, and backed up by reasoning that is just ignorant and not judging the character or the person that is in front of them. It's judging the mass fucking fentanyl or heroin epidemic, or the fact that your family or your sister died from it, or whatever, right? Like, I started this video by saying that I fucking feel like I want to kill myself because I'm not heard or recognized or even acknowledged for the fucking man and the great person that I am and all of the help that I do. But I'm not that way. I'm gonna self-medicate myself right now. And I'm gonna take the Suboxone that I barely have enough left because, well, we had to stay here and get the renovation done more because we don't want to leave with a leaky roof. So I had to sparingly use it, and then I'm gonna fucking relax and I'm gonna eat some of the chicken strips that I bought. And then I'll make my way up there and I'll tarp that roof, and then that is it. And even getting that much out of me after all of this is more than I want to, and I hate myself for even allowing her to treat me so horribly and still do these things for her, still help her in that way, even though she makes me feel worthless, even though I'm doing it. Like, I should have enough self-respect to put my foot down and say, no, I'm not going to let you treat me that way. And until you respect me, I'm not going to help you. And that's a pretty fucking reasonable thing to do. But also, the person and character that I am isn't going to just leave with the roof leaking and cause more problems and shit for later, because I would feel guilty about that, even though I'm not going to get any recognition or fucking anything good out of doing it. Like, it just, and then again, I can't prove a point or express myself to be heard or acknowledged or anything if I still do the work for her, because she gets away with treating me so shitty and still getting what she wants and still only helping me when it's self-serving and fits her narrative and helps her in the long run. Like, she helped me renovate my house and get it done, and well, now I've done fucking 2 for her and my grandma's place, and this is now a 3rd, and we're fucking even. Like, I already should be, I should be in the positives, but I'll always stay in the negatives because of my addiction, which makes me fucking a worthless piece of shit and untrusting, and like, she hides things from me that I would never take or use. Or like, we're in Penticton and she's hiding the vehicle keys, which is containing all my stuff. I need to get it at night, but she doesn't want me to steal the van and drive away. Like, it's been 4 years since I drove because I know that I'm so damn close to getting my license back. Why the fuck would I all of a sudden drive, especially a van that's full of a bunch of shit, in a place that I don't know where the streets, like, continued treatment like an untrustworthy fucking out of control drug addict just makes me want to act like that, act the way that you treat me, and then it justifies the way that you treat me, and then maybe you'll see what I could be doing and what a lot of other addicts are doing, and they're still getting actually love and care and acknowledgement from their family members and loved ones. But I don't get that, and I have nobody. I have no family members anymore. I have my mom, who treats me like shit, my sister, who treats me like shit, and she's a fucking full-blown alcoholic who's never done anything in her life, yet she belittles me and makes me feel like I'm the fucking fuck-up. But I only ever made her feel that way, or said that to her, after she attacked me and made me do that. She pulled that out of me. And then I have 2 uncles, but only one of them I really talk to, and the only reason why he gives me any acknowledgement and even hears me out is because he's an addict himself. And yeah, So yeah, it's just, it's not, it's not fair. I have so many good qualities, and I get so many positives from my fentanyl use that I can't justify not using it. And the negatives are almost fucking insignificant. They're almost not even there. Um, but I'm also using a drug that's very hard to control the strength and the even what's the consistency of it, because once it contains benzos or like a tranquilizer, it takes away all of the good side effects that I get from it, and it gives me nothing but bad. And that I can't argue that that's a better version of me, but a properly fentanyl dosed me is the best version of me that I've ever been in my entire life, and it's the only time I've been really truly happy. So the fact that I had to have that taken away from me, and then I would go back to using cocaine, and that seemed to be okay. That was as justifiable. Oh, you can use coke, but you can't use fucking fentanyl. Well, that being so right and having everything seem so right for me and then treated so wrong is what drove me fucking crazy, and that's what made me lose everything. It wasn't the fucking drugs, it was being told that I can't use the one drug that's balanced me and made me fucking want to live. So I think I fucking am getting closer. This is the third video that's 20-ish minutes plus, 20 plus minutes, and I'm getting closer to saying what I need to say to fucking justify just taking any of these tier 1 people of my family members and people that I admire and look up to and want their respect and put so much into how they treat me and even look at me. One look from these tier 1 people of disdain, and I will self-medicate until I fucking kill myself, it seems like, and that might happen. So I have to remove them from my life, but I have to be able to justify it clearly to any person that would see or hear these videos, and say that, you know what, that guy is not a bad guy for leaving his family or these tier 1 people, because they are gonna make him fucking not live anymore, and that's justifiable, and that's hard for me to do, even though I'm treated so poorly by these people that I love and care about so much, and that's it. Till next time.